Raising an indoor cat in the city is a difficult thing, especially since the cat cannot go outside, and if you work during the day where the cat is alone for long periods of time, there are quite a few simple things you can do to keep the cat occupied during the day, such as tying a ball to a string. Make sure there are no loops or anything that the cat can get caught in, and tie the string to the ceiling. Also, some other simple toys are toilet paper rolls, pens, bottle caps, milk jug caps as well. Some other tips are to put towels and blankets around so the cat doesn't run head on into the wall. And don't put anything on a chair or table that will tip over. Another great toy is mirrors, because the cat will see another cat and you'll really be surprised at just how long the cat will enjoy trying to get at the other cat in the mirror. Also, you'll find that if you play with your cat early on with laser pointers, that it will become interested in watching TV. Especially video games such as Super Breakout, where the cat can just stare at the screen and try to get the ball that's bouncing around in the screen. Also, you'll find your cat will pay more attention to cartoons and TV shows with a lot of movement. It's important to set up a nice eating area for your cat where it can exert its dominance and know that that's its area. Just don't let this happen to your cat grass. I have no idea what happened. Now we get to the biggest piece of advice I can give you. You will notice that your kitten will scratch and bite you relentlessly up until about 4 to 5 months. What you have to do is make sure that you do not play with your cat with your hands. Instead, use a toy to always play with your cat up until about 3.5 months, because that's when they really start to learn. I'm not saying you shouldn't try and discipline your cat before this time, but they really won't show any signs of improvement until about 4 months. Also, the first lessons that you teach your cat are the ones that they will remember the longest. For instance, if you don't want your cat to bite your hands and feet, you really have to set that in their minds the very first thing, by shoving stuffed animals between you and your cat when they bite you, yelling ouch and no, shaking them off, shutting them out of the room whenever they bite you, or in a closet, whatever, for 5 minutes. Let them cry, and they will slowly learn, even though you might not see a significant improvement for at least a couple of months. Also, I recommend buying any type of toy. Dog toys, cat toys, anything you throw on the floor, they will play with. Bathrooms are a hard place to keep your cat entertained. You can tie a string to the doorknob and try to keep them occupied and keep them from crying while you're in there, even though it might be difficult to start out. Bathtubs are a great place to have your cat play. There's absolutely no way that they can get hurt, and especially when they're young, they really can't jump out. So if you just throw a ball in there and stick them in there for a few minutes, they're really going to go at it. Also, to make sure that they can get out, if you want them to, drape a towel over the side so that they can climb out. Also, keep your toilet seat lid down, because your cat will definitely jump in the toilet at least once or twice, and it really doesn't learn its lesson. So take my word for it. Inventing new cubby holes and toys is a must. Your cat will get bored with a toy after one day. So, if you want to keep them interested, just change it up. If you have a ball tied to a string, take it off and tie a stuffed animal to a string. Tie a mouse to a string. And they'll be reinterested into the same old toy. Now, when I first got my cat, it used to climb up my leg as if my leg was a tree trunk, no joke, and climb all the way up my leg, and it hurt like you know what. But ever since I got this, scratching post is not done at once, and you have to introduce your cat to new toys and keep them interested in it. I tied this mouse with a string to this post and kept the cat busy for 3 days. If you want to play with your cat with your hands, wear gloves, long leather gloves. And this also does teach your cat the difference between biting a toy, as in your hands, and biting your skin. If the cat bites up your arm and actually bites your arm where the glove isn't, you really have to hit home that that is your skin by shaking the cat off, taking the gloves off, and stop playing with the cat. That way we'll know that when it bites you, playtime's over. Okay, this might sound a little weird, but put your cat on a leash and harness at the earliest age that you can. Trust me, they won't fight you on this because they don't know any better. And this is something that's misunderstood about cats. You can get them on a leash and a harness and carry them around in a bag, just like a small dog, and they don't mind it. In fact, they're very well behaved and they're too scared to jump out of the bag. What you gotta do is make sure you get it on right, properly. If they're too young or too small for the harness, put it around their neck and underneath their arm so that they can't do this and chew on it and choke themselves. And then when you're done, just put the whole harness and the leash in a bag so you can carry it with you to your car or for a short ride or to the vet or wherever you're going. Try to get them out in public as much as possible and they'll be better behaved. I really have to stress this last point. Cover your cords, your computer cords, everything. You don't want this to happen to your best Atari adapter. Trust me. And also, the best thing you can buy for a young cat is this cage thing that hangs over a door. A friend of mine gave it to me and it entertains them when you're not home, and it's the best thing ever. Trust me. That's about it. That's all the advice I can give you right now. If you have a young kitten, hold on. It'll get better. It takes a few months.